Hi, it's David Lee here. I thought I'd share with you this story. It's this morning. My son came up to me. He's coming up 24 years old in September, and in 12 months' time, he's going to graduate from university with medical degrees. And he wants some advice on what he can be doing. He wants to eventually move out of the house and have his own place. And so he's really planning for the future. Have you ever had one of those conversations where you have to speak to your children and with everything you've acquired, your experience through life, give them the best of advice you can? So what advice would you be saying to your son or your daughter in their mid-20s wanting to get their own place in London, for example? It could be an apartment, could be a house, but that could even go up to $500,000 minimum around London to get your own house to start off. What advice would you be giving? Well, the advice I gave was this, based on my experience, based on what I've been talking about recently on the posts about the entrepreneurial mind, about having a system that's virtually going to be replicatable, scalable, make a big difference in somebody's life. That's the big challenges. These are the things we've spoken about. Remember? Well, this is what I said to him. Son, what will most people do? Well, they'll save for years and years, correct? Maybe for about 3, 4, 5 years, building up that deposit, which could be £50,000. And, so we're not going to get you moved out of the house straight away, are we? Doing it that way. So we've got to actually do things differently. What have I been saying to you and what have I been saying to him about the economy? What goes up must go down. And what's the London market especially been doing over the last few years? Going up, going up, going up, going up. And what goes up must come down. I said to him, son, look what's been happening on the stock markets as well, going up to infinity and beyond. Guess what? What goes up must come down. Not if, but when. And all we need is something to make it go down. So we know the markets go down, and we've seen China, we've seen Greece, we've seen all those stock markets, the FTSE 100, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, all the markets for the last few years have been going up, 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 and quite a few people underground, not mainstream, have been saying something's going to prick the bubble and it's going to burst. So I said, where we are today in July 2015 is not going to be the same as July 2016. Just sit back and wait. How much board are you paying here at the moment while you're doing your studies? He was a bit embarrassed about that part. But I said things are going to be different. From what you know, when you're ready in 12 months' time, be aware of what I'm going to show you. You remember how I've been helping people get on the property ladder for the last few years. They couldn't get a bank mortgage, just like the fellow right in front. Could not get a bank mortgage. They just needed time. And what I did, along with my colleague Rick Otten, we developed systems how to buy a house for £1 without a mortgage, without stamp duty. You've got a pulse. You don't have to go through any credit checks. Let me show you the example. And listen to the first thing I asked Yaroslav. Yaroslav's his name, say hello.
Hello, say.
Hi. He started up on a lease option for about 3 years, and
Yes.
for about 2 years and a bit more,
Yeah.
you've been using an installment contract.
Yeah.
Now, you've living proof, and you do know other people that have sold to houses in the Medway area just like this. Just let people know about that.
I know few. I am bought just now, and I know few people. Personally, I know about 3 people which they bought.
The board completed the purchase.
Completed the purchase.
Yeah.
And also I know about 2 or 3 other people which I didn't know because they are different nations. We are not met together.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not saying anything. I keep my mouth shut. And these people that he refers to, who he's my customer, starts reciting off all these people that have bought houses through to completion, another couple that have done it as well, but he doesn't know them personally. So it's not a question of believe me or don't believe me. He's saying it's actually happened. He's seen it for himself, and he's going through the process. Next, I said to my son, okay, what do you want? You don't want to pay all that deposit money. Would you actually like to have a zero deposit and actually have the house for free? Yeah, that sounds good, Dad. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to find when the market comes down, as it will, guess what happens? The reason the market comes down, because these bubbles start popping. When they start popping, things happen like people lose their jobs and incomes get tight and family finances get squeezed. House values, especially around London, come down. And when there's a lot of people need to sell at the same time, does that force the house prices up or down? No, it forces them down. And there will be people that will be, unfortunately, because people do what people do, they do like the majority, like everybody else, they go and buy together, and they're the last people to see what we call the difference between the smart money, the money that's getting out, and the dumb money, those that go in and it's too late. And that's what happens. So they're the last on the buying ladder, and they're the first to want to get off, and things go down very quickly. I said, when people are throwing in their keys because they've lost their job, or the finances got tight, whatever's going on, or interest rates have been pushed up, or a combination of everything, you're just going to find one of these houses that you can take over, and the mortgage payments every month it's going to cost, Dad. Well, guess what, son? You're young enough, you're single. Why don't you rent out a few of the rooms to some of your friends or people you know? In fact, your friends are going to be paying the mortgage. Not only have you got it for zero deposit, they're actually paying the monthly payments. So now what you're going to do, son, you've got a free house. You're going to start building your business because you're starting to think like an entrepreneur. You're going to do something related to sports, which you do because you have sports-related clients that want physical training to help them. You've got your medical background. You're going to start building product online, and you're going to start promoting yourself online to provide a service, and you're going to replicate yourself online. Again, systems. And he said, that sounds like an idea, Dad. Then I can do what I want. Yes, you've got to go and do your clinic work for the first few years while you're getting your medical qualifications in practice. But that sounds like a plan, and why don't you think like that? Unfortunately, for the next 12 months at least, he's going to be with us, but that's the price we pay as parents, isn't it? You have a great weekend. This is David Lee. And just think about the advice that you're giving to your children. What system are you relying on, and where's it come from? Thank you very much.